So good morning, everybody. This is a presentation on the behalf of David B. O'Malley College of Business Master Programs. We have been joined by several distinguished people here. We have Associate Dean of our Research, Dr. Ahmed Abdulghani, Dr. Masood Bazargan, who is from the Management, Marketing, and Operations Department, as well as Dr. Li Zhao. She's from the same department, and Dr. Vitali Gujwa, who is from my department, that is Accounting, Economics, Finance, and Information Sciences Department. And then we have two master program assistants. My assistant is Cece, who helps me with my research also. And then Sophie, who is also a research assistant for another faculty member, as well as works for the Business Masters programs. In fact, she has 20,000 jobs, but one of them is also working for me. And then without any further ado, let's just take it away, making sure that we give each of our faculty members some time to address the students, primarily who are international. I forgot to mention that we also have Michaela Scott, who is currently outside the United States. She's an accelerated student, and she is pursuing her Master of Business Administration. So, Cece, take it away.
Thank you, Dr. J. I'm just gonna pull up and I'm gonna share my screen here real quick. There you go. Can you guys see my PowerPoint?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Dr. J, for the introduction. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, maybe. Thank you again for joining us at the David B. O'Malley College of Art and Science Information Sessions, specifically for the master program. Today's purpose is not only to answer some of the questions, because for the past few months, so we have received some requests and questions in regarding what kind of program, a pathway, and career can take us into, as well as some of the career and internship opportunity that the master program can lead to. So I'm hoping that today's information session can answer the question to you guys. Meanwhile, feel free to type in chat if you have any questions, or raise your hand if by any chance the slide's going too fast, and then I'll definitely pause and then let me know, and I'll answer the question for you guys. So before I move on further, I would like to just introduce you guys the team for you. We've already met Dr. Jay Gokhale. He is the current master's program coordinator in the COB, O'Malley College of Business. And some of you guys have already started to connect with us in terms of the classes as well as the admission requirement. And we also have Sophie with us today. And Sophie, would you like to introduce yourself real quick?
Yeah, sure. Again, my name is Sophie. I actually recently just graduated with my bachelor's in Homeland Security with minors in Arabic and Business, and now I'm in the accelerated MBA program here at the College of Business. Like Dr. J mentioned earlier, I work under him as one of his assistants, and I'm super excited to talk to you all today.
Thank you, Sophie. We also have another team member, Avaklav. He's currently also pursuing his MBA degree, as well as coming from a engineering background. He is also part of the master's program team members. So my name is Cece. I'm currently pursuing my Master of Science in Aviation Finance degree, which I'll talk about later on in the PowerPoint slides as well. I finished my MBA degree in December 2022. I am currently doing a master's degree right now, and then expecting to graduate next year, May 2024. So before we move on further, I just want to show you guys some of the bridge program opportunity that we had in the COB connected with the College of Art and Science. So you can see that with the MBA degree itself, we from the College of Art and Science, you can actually connect it with what we call the bridge program with the MBA degrees. So it has a communication, computational math, global conflicts of studies, interdisciplinary studies, human factor psychology, as well as the homeland security. If you would like to get more, connected with the finance side of the degree, the computational math also create a lot of dimensional background. Actually, what you've currently studying in terms of course background-wise definitely suits the MSAF program. Before I move on further, I just want to show you guys there are currently three degrees offered in the actually 5 degree offered in College of Business. We have the MBA, Master of Business Administration, Master Business Administration in Aviation Management, Master of Science in Aviation Finance, as well as the Aerospace MSABA, the Master of Science in Business Analytics. You can see that for the MBA itself, we have the 5 concentrations, the airline management, airport management, aviation system management, supply chain management, as well as finance concentrated. The 5th one, the option, what we could do is also what we call the accelerated path towards this program, which or the bridging program I was referring to earlier. Okay, so we've talked about some of the bridge program. I just want to cover some of the requirement you can working towards all this accelerated program. It's actually very straightforward. For the GPA, you need to have greater or equal to 3.0. You can also save some time, about a semester, to finish the compared to the regular master's program. In addition, we can also transfer 6 to 9 master's credit to consider for the undergrad level program. There are also specific in detail what kind of course you can be transferred. You can feel free to reach out to me later on after the presentation. I can share the link with you guys. Okay, so moving on further, we mentioned that the in general 4 programs we offer in COB. I just want to cover it in the curriculum. So we'll first move on to the MBA. So for the MBA itself, the core classes actually are the same for each concentrations. However, for the specific electives that I mentioned earlier, each concentration have an elective in order for you to complete that program. So for the core classes, you can see that there are overall 21 credits in total you need to complete, which are 7 classes. They are the BA 511 Ops Research, 514 Strategic Marketing, Accounting 517, Managerial Finance, 520 Organizational Behavior, 523 Advanced Aviation Economics, as well as 635 the Business Policy and Decision Making. 635 is actually also what we call a capstone class. Every single graduate students are required to take prior graduate. So that's conclude 21 credits in total. You can see that each specializations also have the corresponding electives for each concentrations that you are required to take. But in overall, you have 33 credits to complete in order to graduate with specific concentrations. Now we talk about the curriculum earlier. The jobs opportunity as well as internship. The MBA degree itself expands and opens a lot of door for you. A lot of alumni is currently working on not only the aircraft manufacturer, as well as the airline companies such as American Airlines, United, Hawaiian Airlines. Some of the MBA students, they also graduated from the program, also work on Northrop Grumman, J Texas, as well as Airbus and Boeing. So by moving on to the MBA AM, just want to emphasize that the MBA program itself is different from the MBA AM. Some of our students coming from different countries also have a diversified background. A lot of companies in foreign base actually require their diploma to say in aviation management. So for some of the students who coming from that background, I would actually recommend it to be enrolled in the MBA AM program itself. Again, we mentioned earlier that for the MBA itself, the core classes are the same thing with the MBA AM core classes. You can see that the 21 credits for the 7 classes are all the same. However, the electives are slightly different compared to the MBA. Those are the 4 electives I've listed on PowerPoint here. However, there are possible careers can open the door for you guys from the MBA AM or the airlines, airport, airspace manufacturing, air cargo management, as well as a lot of the cargo company actually recruiting our students from the MBA AM program. We also have a lot of students coming from a pilot background enrolled in MBA AM. Some of them, by the time they finish their MBA AM degree itself, they're moving on to regional airlines in the States, such as Republic, Commute Air, and then by the time they finish collecting all the hours, they can moving on to main lines such as Delta and United, as well as the domestic carriers such as JetBlue. A lot of students from the MBA AM also off to the airport management side of it, such as career airport corporations or the aircraft manufacturer, such as Boeing and Airbus. Okay, do you guys have any questions so far for the MBA and MBA AM management program? All good? Okay. I'm going to move on to the MSA program, the Master of Science in Aviation Finance program, which is actually the current degree I'm pursuing. So the for the students or the candidates, if you're interested in the finance, investment, banking, as well as more quantitative concentrated side of the study, this is the program I highly recommend it for you guys. We can see that the core classes are a bit different compared to the MBA and the MBA AM program itself. We have the, which I have listed in the table here. We have the BA 517 Accounting, 523 Advanced Aviation Economics, FIN 518 Management Finance, FIN 615 Investment, 618 Advanced Corporate Finance, as well as the 620 Air Transport Economic Modeling. In total, the total credits required to finish MSAF are the same. There are 33 credits. However, the optional, you can take 4 classes from electives, which I also highlight the FIN 623 as well as FIN 624. They are the ISTAT courses, which I will talk about that in the next few slides. And we also have the requirement to conclude the program, either ending with a FIN 699 special project or the FIN 696 internship. So the Master of Science in Aviation Finance program not only, I would say, opens a lot of doors to a different industry, as well as for myself, actually broaden my horizon, helps me to take a look at a different side of aviation, not just only not about flying. A lot of our graduates, you can see that I've updated the list of recent graduates who currently work at a company, not only at airlines such as Qatar, American, United, but they also pursuing a career in the consulting or investment banking. We have the recent a lot of graduates who actually come back to Embry-Riddle COB, reached out to us. We would like to recruiting people specifically in the COB. So those are some internal reference. We always put out a post to our current graduates weekly. Something I actually really proud to say, we are aiming to sending about 1 or 2 job posts or internship opportunity once a week. So at least get our students in the radar that this is the top mission that they need to be hands-on. You can see that the companies such as Seabury, Zephyrus, ERAU Capital Solutions, as well as Citibank, the consulting companies such as ZOG that based in Europe. A lot of our graduates who would like to also continue in their higher education, they also currently pursuing their PhD in the University of Oregon, as well as the University of Florida. Okay, so we talk about the program as well as the curriculum. There are also a lot of benefits associated with the MSAF program. The first thing I want to talk about is actually the ISTAT conference. ISTAT conference standing for the International Society Transport Aircraft Trading Program. This is actually how I been attracted into the MSAF program itself. When I was doing my MBA, one of my close friends took me into the ISTAT conference in Austin, which is in 2021. it was really eye-opening for me. I was able to exchange over about 100 pieces of my name card to the industry lead, as well as the CFO, CEO, senior management, management side of certain company. And up until today, I'm still communicating with them. But that's the true one reason why I decided to pursue the MSEF program is also the internship opportunity that brought up associated with the program, as well as the mentor. So if you're enrolled in a MSEF program by attending the ISTAT conference, you'll be assigned to a mentor specifically tailored to your career, future needs, as well as if you have a specific sector of industry you'd like to enroll at. So I've been assigned to a mentor. She's currently at investment bank. She has an investment banking background, also a aircraft finance trading background, which is actually the direction I would like to be pursuing at regarding my full-time career. And you'll essentially stay with your mentor for the whole endurance of the conference. He or she actually will invite you to some of the deal meetings they'll be participating in, and then this is something you won't learn in class. So speaking of that, we also have this is also count a STEM degree, which means that compared to the 1 year OPT, you'll have a 3 years OPT instead. For some of the students coming from international background, you might want to consider that because some of the employer actually might take into account when hire you. Again, you will have a good opportunity to assist to meet with a lot of industry partners.
Wait, you have missed something very important.
Okay.
One of the most important things associated with the ISTAT Foundation is the scholarship which you received.
Yes, that's very important. I missed it. So each year, ISTAT conference is actually specific for ISTAT community. They will pick 3 candidates that to receive the ISTAT scholarship. It's actually the amount that they will be receiving is quite a lot. It will cover the whole endurance of your education, or the program will be pursuing at. This year, the ISTAT scholarship recipient, I think, was me, Sinan, as well as Ashwin. So essentially, all 3 of us received the amount can cover our whole endurance in the study here.
And the best part is this scholarship is not just given out. I mean, it's very competitive scholarship. It's a very unique thing that Embry-Riddle students get it just because they are so well trained in those 2 ISTAT classes and their finance classes. So that's what we do the best. We are very, very focused on the business of education in the aviation industry. And MSAF is one such case in point.
Exactly. And one of the actually most proud thing I would say every time when we're attending the ISTAT conference, you're not only going to meet of the current students that are going to the ISTAT conference, you also get a chance to essentially rubbing shoulders with a lot of the CFO and the CEO of the company. Some of the faculties also attending the conference, sometimes we invite as guest speaker sessions. You also have a one-on-one or with group one-on-one sessions with them, just to doing the network, making an impression. This is something you will probably want to do when applying the job in that company in the future. You might also get a chance to meet some of our local alumni in graduate from MSEF. They always come back to the conference to join us meeting, and then obviously exchange contacts. So we talk about the 623 and the 624 earlier. So by the time you finish the 2 classes, which will be offered in the fall as well as in the upcoming spring, you will receive an ISTAT certificate by the time you complete both the courses. So we put up some pictures for we want to show we essentially want to brag that those are essentially the familiar faces you will see at the ISTAT conference in America, Austin 2021. I also got a chance to attend an ISTAT conference in the San Diego last year, and this year actually also will be happening in Austin in 2024. Okay, so Jeff, do you guys have any questions so far regarding the MSAF program itself?
So just very quickly, certification is not just a part of the MSAF program. We also offer certifications as a part of the MBA and the MBA in Aviation Management programs. So for example, there's SC Pro, Supply Chain Management Professionals certification that happens with one of our supply chain management classes. Then there is a Yellow Belt certification, which goes with our Lean and Six Sigma class in the MBA program. So there are certifications associated with each of our degrees. And the one thing I want to really emphasize is if you just look at the faculty who have joined us today, Dr. Bazargan, for example, he does projects with Southwest Airlines, FAA, Dr. Gujwa, same, he does projects with the FAA, Federal Aviation Administration. He's actually one of the founding members of the ISTAT Foundation, the modules that are getting delivered. And he's one of the 2 faculty who actually competitively won this recognition. We were in conjunction with Purdue University, which also was trying to develop similar modules, but then it got so complicated that we were the only university left in the fray. In fact, the MSAF, MBA AM, and the MSABA program are one of their kind in the whole world. Dr. Abdul Ghani, he has worked for United Airlines and he's a specialist in network planning and airline management. He teaches that class in airline management. Dr. Li Zhao, she has presented several research papers at the Air Transport Research Society, which is, again, a very unique distinction. So kudos to all the faculty who've joined us here today. And the uniqueness of our program actually makes such people flourish. Back to you, Cece.
Thank you, Dr. J. So moving on to the MSABA, the Master of Science in Aerospace Business Analytics. This is also one of the most proud things I would say. This most flexible program you will probably see. One of the most flexible program you will probably see in the CUB. You actually can design and tailor the program as you need. For some of the graduate students that would like to maybe sinking in degrees or in area more on the data analytics side or more on the financial data analysis side, this is also the program for you. You can see that for the MSABA, the core classes is very flexible, will be a little different compared to the previous ones, will be with the ops research, economics. However, you can actually take the either a 530 or a online business analytics or 603 or 630 for the op management. In addition with 612 data analytics, as well as the 620 air transport economic matrix modeling. For the concentrations, you can either do airspace or you can do a business intelligence analytics. Or if you want to do more concentration on finance, or you can just have no specializations, you can also, there's also an option. You do not have to decide right now. You can always decide even the semester before you graduate.
One more thing I wanted to add, which is common between MSAF and MSABA programs, is the internship option. So this is a slide that actually describes the number of internships. And we've seen, because the internship is a part of the curriculum of the MSAF and MSABA programs, more students tend to participate in internships, get those jobs. So you want to see the power of an internship. The other thing that we also want to emphasize with MSAF and MSABA programs is you can do a special topics or an independent study class, which is within the curriculum requirement. So if you are really passionate about doing research in a particular area that you learned, for example, in Dr. Bazargan's 610 class, you can actually take it forward and do a little bit of advanced research, maybe publish a journal article, and get that recognized as a special topic / capstone class. So there is no capstone formally defined in the MSAF and MSABA programs.
Exactly. And before I joined, Dr. G probably emphasized already how important it is to get a job, internship. This is some of the slides I want to show you guys, is to prove that this is some of the, I guess, the the achievement we are very proud to say for every time we're bragging to our students. Even though this is the summer 2022, I think we had about 15 to 16 internships accomplished by the end of the summer. However, this year's summer, I just made this collage last week. In total, we have, I think, over 25 or 26 internship students have been filled out for in summer of 2023. And then all across the industry, such as aircraft manufacture, airline, investment consulting, and also a lot of companies that would like to love our students so much, they would like to continue in their job offer transition to a full-time offer. So in spring 2023, and this is on the for this right now ongoing semester for of 2023, we have current 3 students doing an ongoing internship of this semester at the Cargo Facts Consulting, with Eagle Aviation, as well as with Lufthansa. So we mentioned that the importance of internship. Actually, one of the primary reason we want the students to be enrolled in the internship is that will be a great bridge to a transition to a full-time position. So you can see that some of students really made a good impression about the expectation of the company. They even offer a full-time position for students who converted to a full-time job in the summer of 2023. Their salaries they offered to the students also are very competitive in the industry. We talk about the internship and also the job opportunity. We also want to talk about some of the fun we had in the COB. Actually, thanks to Dr. J, that he always brought in some of the pizza and also cake from Domino's and Costco's as well. You will find out compared to the undergrad classes, master's degree classes would be a little different in terms of the timing, as well as difficulty level, including lengths as well. One of the common time you will find out for the classes are from either 5:15 p.m. or 5:30 p.m. Will be ongoing for 3 hours. It's quite lengthy to the end to around 8 p.m. or 8:30 p.m. So we won't. One thing we'll probably say is you will never get starved in your COB. You'll always have something to eat or drink. The food and beverage will also be provided. If you do decide to apply for the master's program, and the first week or before the first week of classes officially begin, we always will have an orientation before that, just to walk you guys through in detail some of the curriculum by the time you start your classes, or by the time you finish your graduate, some of the documents you will require to fill it out before we graduate. You also have the opportunity to meet with some of our ongoing students, wonderful staff and faculties in College of Business, as well as we can also get your question answered in the orientation. We also have the social networking hours occurred at least once a month, where we actually just had one last Friday. Some of the opportunities we would like to bring up in the networking hours is not only to bring the previous alumni who graduate from COB, as well as bring the career services in case you guys have any questions regarding the resume cover letter. Dr. J mentioned earlier that for the internship opportunity, internship also count as a credit towards your whole degree. So there are a certain administrative paperwork you will need to complete. So we also invite the people from career services to answer the question for you guys. In fact, the very first social hours we also had a 20-minute session with the Airbus recruitment team. So you can see that Boeing and Airbus always prioritize our school and the college in terms of hiring the candidates. So we mentioned that the classes, curriculums in the fall and spring semester. In the summertime, because of we know that almost a majority of students might have internship in the summertime, which is usually occurs on May 17th, because that's what we had this summer. We also have what we call a condensed summer classes. In this year, we offered 4 of them: the 523 Econ, 609 Airline Management, Accounting 517, as well as Operational Research, I think. Compared to the three months length of 8 semester long classes, we understand that you might want to have finished your classes a little early, or even graduate a little early. Those compared to 8 semester long, you can actually finish these classes in under 7 days, which is a week. It's quite condensed. Usually will be on campus from 8 to 1, but the contents and exam will be very similar. So thanks to Dr. J bring us the summer, we'll call the summer Gucci back, a lot of goodies in actually in this back for you guys.
So very quickly, these classes are finished in 10 days. So people who want to do internships during summer, so they finish the class in from up to May 20th, and the rest of the summer they can spend during the internship. We also offer summer B classes, but usually what we've noticed is people go away for an internship. Now, the rest of the presentation actually has a lot of memories and pictures. Can you just run through it? Yeah, lots of memories and pictures. As you can see, student poster presentations, emphasis on research, etc. So essentially what we're trying to tell you here is the Business Masters programs are all about you and your experience and your career. That's our bottom line. We will give a lot of experiences to you. We do a lot of hands-on industry work. We will have a lot of fun. We'll provide you with a lot of logistical and tutoring support. Bottom line is your success is our topmost priority at this college. Now, let's move on to the next segment of this presentation, and we'll invite our faculty to quickly talk about their experience with master students, or if they have any advice and suggestions. So I'll start with Dr. Abdul Ghani. To say a few words really quick.
Yes, hello everyone. It's my pleasure to be with you today. Thank you, Dr. J and CC, for the interesting presentation. Actually, I want to maybe emphasize on the capabilities of our College of Business in terms of as CC showed in the presentation, in placing a student in career. I think this is one. I came from the aviation industry, working at United Airlines early in my career, and most of those aviation companies actually complain that graduates that come from other universities, they don't have the passion about aviation. So they work, for example, for United Airlines, for American Airlines for 1 year or 2, but they don't care much about the aviation industry. So they leave maybe to banking industry, to other industries that is might be closed, but they don't stay. So this is one advantage. They tell us we like our students because they come for the aviation, they study aviation, and they stay in the aviation industry, and they wanted to grow in the aviation industry. And this is why you can see also in our career expo, the big number of companies come and recruit because they look for long-term relationship with their employees. So pretty much Embry-Riddle is a good place for them. So if you are considering Embry-Riddle or College of Business for any of the degrees, I'm sure Dr. Gokhale is a very good resource, but any of us, you can reach out to see. My area is airlines and analytics. If you have any specific questions about these 2 areas, please feel free to contact me. I'll be glad to answer any questions. And thank you again.
Thank you, Dr. Abdulghani. Next, I'd like to request Dr. Bazargan to say a couple of words.
Yes, thank you very much, and welcome to everyone. I teach mainly the optimization and simulation classes, and one of the classes that I teach is airline optimization and simulation system. And actually, the students get real-world projects from the industry, and actually, that's added pressure on the students that they really need to deliver to the industry. Right now, we have a couple of projects from the airlines that the students are working on, and they get directly involved with the project, an ongoing project that the airlines have. So not only that, but also in some cases, they do such a great job that we do publish. So that is a very important thing that, if you're thinking of going further than your master's degree, that's going to be a very big bonus on your application, that I have already publication on my application. So, and actually last summer, I presented the work of some of our students that did a great project for Southwest Airline, and it was received very well. And it's so they get to know the modeling, and then the rest is on their, they go on their own. Of course, we are here to help them, but like I said, I mean, these are real world projects. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bazargan. Next up, I'll request Dr. Li Zhao, to say a few words, please.
Okay, thank you, Jay. To follow the points mentioned by Dr. Bazargan, yeah, we do have a lot of resources like the database that our College of Business and also university has access to, for example, the Cerium database, the CAPA, the aviation database, aerospace, and then also the SABRE. And so students during their time with us in the program, they will be exposed and learn how to use those database and have the feel about the industries from the data perspective. And then our faculty, we are also very generous, and some of us also share with the student the research database, like the merchandise research database I'm working on, and with the class, and to help them and to understand, okay, different industry, the aerospace, the competitiveness the US had in the civil sector, in the defense sector, and in the global trade network. So our faculty, we are always facilitating and helping students and to do their research project. And I told the students in my class, don't end your research project at the end of the semester, because you do have opportunity to submit your research to a conference and to the university student research symposium. So we faculty here, we encourage students to do more research and more very good aviation aerospace related research project, and all those things will help them, like they can add them into their CV and give them advantage when they move into their career. So I think the research is very exciting and the fun part of our program. So I hope you apply for our program. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
I am not going to let you go, Dr. Zhao. So 2 of Dr. Zhao's students last year actually went to Osaka, Japan, and presented their research, just like Dr. Bazargan's students went for a conference presentation as well as a publication. Dr. Zhao is also following a similar route. Even if you think you don't know much, our faculty are so good that they will bring out the best in you. So that's what Dr. Zhao did with 2 of her students last semester. Finally, last but not the least, I'm going to call upon Dr. Vitaly Guzhva to talk a little bit.
Hi, I'm a finance professor here, been teaching since 2004, also MBA alumnus of Embry-Riddle. So kind of, I think I feel, I mean, all the old faculty feel like family in College of Business, but I have additional dimension to that, to feel like family. I think what CC did an excellent job describing ISTAT and MSF program, but what we didn't mention is the CFA. It's another important relationship we have with the MSF program. Our MSF program is affiliated with the CFA Institute. And for those who don't know what it is, it's a Chartered Financial Analyst Institute. It's a very prestigious and huge international organization that offer charters to financial analysts. A charter is kind of certification that requires 3 levels of exams. And if you graduate from the program and you pass at least 1 level of exam and you apply for a finance related position, your resume will be on top of the stack of similar resumes right away. We have several students that passed in 2 exams, and after graduation, within a year, they finished the CFA with the 3rd exam. But now we have a student in the program who just passed level 2 and registered for take level 3 in spring, and he may be the first who can finish the whole 3 levels, during the program. So and we have several scholarships for the exams for the CFA program. But just to finish my little speech, what makes us the happiest as faculty when we meet our graduates at different conferences and watch them growing in their careers, and so they come back to us and they help our current students, and this is kind of the rotation stays on. So we grow a family of graduates and we help our students, and so this makes us the happiest faculties. Thank you.
And so help me, Dr. Gujra, one of your classmates is also holding one of the topmost positions in American Airlines.
Yeah, one of my former classmates and friend, when we did our MBAs together at Embry-Riddle, he just got appointed to the CFO of American Airlines. Yeah.
So, and that's not all. We have many of our alumni of the MBA and the MSAF program and the MBA AM program. MSABA is relatively new. That's why we don't have, although it has 100% placement rate, but we don't have alumni as high up as the other programs. So Ministry of Road and Transportation, some of them I've heard have become top managers. One of them actually is the provost of our own university. So that's the power of our own degree. Sophie, would you like to quickly wind up our presentation? Oops, looks like Sophie, you're busy. I'll wind it up.
No, so sorry. I'm
Okay.
all good, Dr. J. Yeah, so are there any more slides to show, or just
No, we're good. We're
all good.
done.
Okay.
Questions?
Awesome. Yeah, does anyone have any questions at all? I know everything CC covered was pretty accurate, at least coming from a student's perspective. I know the College of Business has been a great community for me to join. Coming from a different college, everyone's super helpful. And I've only been in here for a semester. So if anyone has any...
I want to tell a good news about Sophie. She initially said, I'm going to stay here for only 1 year and finish my MBA and run away. And then she decided, no, this is an amazing place. I want to stay here a little longer. And so she decided to extend her program by 1 more semester, which is the normal duration. The normal duration of a master's degree program is to about 4 semesters or 3 semesters in the summer, but that is really, really quick. So Sophie, you decided to do that based on what career options you want to choose afterwards, right? So that's the theme of our program. Let's wrap it up like this. So the main theme of our program is to make sure that not only do you get scholarships and different opportunities and exposure to different kind of things that we do, but at the end of the day, you're also here to move on in the next phase of life, which is what our main objective is. With that, thank you very much, everybody, for joining. If there are no questions, we'll stay on for a little bit after the session to take questions, but that's the end of our presentation. Thank you.